doing today? My name's Eric. As always, I want to thank you for taking a couple minutes to check out my video today. On this episode of Smo'King, I'm going to show you how to make Sous Vide tri-tip. Specifically going to be checking out a new rub from Trader Joe's. It's the Coffee and Garlic BBQ seasoning, okay? And since my son doesn't really like coffee, he's already got a negative thing in his head. He's not going to like it. I'm going to do another one with our old standby Weber Chicago steak seasoning. And the other reason I'm really excited about this video, because I've done other tri-tip videos, both in the smoker, on my pit barrel, sous vide, but this time I'm going to finish it off, sous vide, with a new toy I just got, which is the Greenwood Propane Torch. I'm going to do a separate video on this one. I'll leave a link below just to show you how this works, but I'm kind of excited because I think I'm going to be able to get a really nice intense sear on these tri-tips that normally isn't possible if you do it, you know, the traditional way, maybe over charcoal grill for, you know, 90 seconds on each side, or even in the oven, or even in the frying pan. So I'm kind of looking forward to it. And this is my inexpensive way to do a sous vide sear with good results. So we'll see how that works out. But anyway, two delicious tri-tips, two good rubs. Stick around. I'm going to show you how to do this step by step. Let's get cooking. Alright, so you guys know how this works. It's not that complicated. I'm going to season the bigger one here, again, with this Trader Joe's barbecue rub and seasoning with coffee and garlic. Now, most people have been to Trader Joe's. I know they're all over California. I know they have some back in Illinois. I think they're pretty common across the United States. I'm not real sure. I know you can also order this on Amazon, or I believe through Trader Joe's website. I'll leave links below if you want to check it out. But this is very inexpensive. I think it was just a couple dollars. And here's the ingredients. We got coffee, brown sugar, sea salt, sugar, roasted garlic and onion flakes, smoked paprika flakes, red bell pepper, lemon gold rind, and paprika oil. A product of South Africa, of all places. So I'm just going to sprinkle a nice dose of this on the tri-tip on both sides, and then I'm going to seal them up in some food saver bags. So I'll go ahead and season this one, and I'll season the other one with, again, just to show you here, the Weber Chicago steak seasoning. I've tried this many times. I really like this too. And we'll do a comparison when we're done, kind of see how we like it. So we're going to put a nice dose on this, and I'm going to save a little bit after it comes out of the sous vide bath before we sear it with that torch. So I'm going to go ahead and season these on the sides, and we'll be back in a second. Alright, here we are, vacuum sealed, ready to go. The one with the darker color here, this is the Trader Joe's, the coffee rub. You can tell it's darker. And here's the Chicago steak seasoning. I'm just going to let these sit on the counter. I'm going to get some hot water in my container and get my sous vide bath heated up to 135 degrees. And we'll be back when we're ready to throw them in just a second. Alright, I got it set for 135. That's the way I like it. It's still nice and red inside. It's like a medium rare to medium. Obviously adjust the temperature according to how you like it. We're going to put a couple of them in here. Now typically I do tri-tips for a minimum of 2 hours, maybe 3, maybe 4. I think I might go 6 hours on these two just because I have 2 of them. And I'm just going to try to see if it makes a difference in their tenderness. Boom. Just like so. So now let me set the timer for 6 hours. Plus it's around 11 o'clock in the morning. So, alright, 135 degrees for 6 hours. That's what I love about sous vide, man. I can go enjoy the rest of my afternoon, relax. If I want to eat a little bit sooner than 6 hours, take it out. It'll be great, you know. As long as it goes probably, you know, at least 2.5, 3.5 hours, you should be fine. So, you know, cook it accordingly. But it's a beautiful day here in Southern California. I'm going to go enjoy it. We'll be back in several hours when I'm going to be doing a beer review. And of course later when we get these out and torch them with my new toy. And of course do a sample and see how it tastes. So we'll see you in a little bit, guys. Alright, you know what time it is. Beverage review time. I'm trying something I haven't tried in a long time. Carlsberg Elephant Beer. 7.2% alcohol. One of my pet peeves with a lot of European beers, particularly German beers as well, look at 11.2 ounces. Everyone knows that a standard beer is 12 ounces. So this has been a way to increase the price without increasing the price, because now they shave off 8 ounces from a bottle, and if you add that up over how many cases of beer they sell, they end up making a lot more money, and it kind of irritates me. But anyway, that's another subject.
What?
This is my son Kyle. Say hi.
Oi.
He's trying something. I never even heard of this. I looked it up. I guess it's one of the first soft drinks ever in America.
I've never heard of his beer either.
It's called Moxie. It was established in 1884. Distinctively different original elixir. I guess it's like a soda, but what did Mom say? It was kind of like...
I don't know.
She said it might be a little bitter or something. So I have no idea. We're going to try these. It looks like soda. Carbonated water, sugar, caramel color, some other natural flavors. I guess it's from the East Coast. Let me pour it.
It smells good. It smells like Coke.
Ooh, it does have a little bit. I could smell it's got a little bitter. I don't know if you're going to like this.
It literally smells like Coke.
Well, I could smell it's a little stronger. There's something going on there. Okay, it's very carbonated.
Yeah, it smells a lot like Coke and ginger. I don't know why.
Ginger? Really?
I smell ginger in there. I don't know why that either.
And I've had a few of these elephant beers in Denmark, and they used to sell it here like maybe 15 years ago, and then I never saw it again. And I was at a local store here, other side of town, and there was a grocery store, and I went in there to see if they had any tri-tip for the tri-tip video here. But I ended up going to Sam's Club to get it. But anyway, I checked out and they had the elephant beer, and I haven't had it in a while. It looks a little lighter than what it used to be, but I did confirm, unlike some of these other beers like St. Pauli Girls and Beck's that are now made in the United States and licensed under the name, this is actually made, brewed and bottled by Carlsberg Brewery in Denmark. So I always want to go for the authentic if I can. As always, guys, I appreciate you watching the video. We're going to have some delicious tri-tip. These are just about done. I'm really excited to try out that torch. All right, let's give it a smell.
I already smelled it, so I don't really have to explain what it smelled, because you already heard it.
All right, well, here we go. Cheers. As always, appreciate you watching my video, guys. Cheers. This is good. It's a little bit thicker than normal Carlsberg, which is on the light side. It's got a little bit more bite to it. What do you think?
I don't know if this is... I don't know who would drink this. I mean, I'm trying to stay positive, but I mean...
Look at the camera.
This, obviously, I don't know if it's just because of my taste buds, but they're...
Well, they said it was bitter.
Because I'm American and stuff, but it just... I don't like it. It doesn't taste good at all.
It tastes a little bit like Dr. Pepper mixed with Coke.
It's gross.
And it's got, you know, Dr. Pepper has that little bit of that kind of medicine. It tastes a little bit like medicine, doesn't it?
You know when you eat sushi, how they have those little ginger things you eat, so you know, like...
Oh, the slices of ginger to clear your palate? Yeah.
It tastes literally like a soda that was made to taste like that, in my opinion.
Oh, you think it tastes like ginger?
It literally tastes like a ginger.
It's a little strong. I don't know how kids would necessarily like it, but I mean, they must be doing something right, because if it's been in business since 1884, someone's obviously buying it.
Well, if
say it's made in New Hampshire.
Well, I hope New Hampshire people won't look at us wrong.
Yeah, like I said, I'd never heard of it. So yeah.
I never heard of a ginger.
It tastes okay. It tastes like a little bit of Coke and Dr. Pepper mixed together.
Have you ever had Dr. Pepper?
Oh yeah, of course I've had Dr. Pepper.
No, I haven't.
Oh, you've never had it? Well, hey, now we got an idea for one of our future reviews. We'll get you a Dr. Pepper.
No, I probably will try it before then.
It's better than this. This, guys, it's good. It's on the light end. Doesn't have a lot of hops present. It's a little malty. It's still pretty light. You can see the color. It's definitely a little bit stronger than your typical, you know, Pilsner type beer. It's good. The ones I tried in Denmark were stronger. They had this other beer too that was really dark, that was so strong you couldn't even really drink it straight. You had to mix it when you went to the Danish bar. They would mix it 50-50 with a regular Carlsberg just so it was drinkable. And I can't remember the name of it. It's been several years, but boy, it was good. I mean, whoo. Felt no pain after a couple of those. All right. Cheers again, Kyle. Well, for something, for a drink you don't enjoy, you're already halfway done with it.
Well,
you've never made a soda that you didn't like, huh?
This tastes disgusting.
But that won't stop you from drinking every last drop.
Well, I have to for the review.
Well, you have to do for the review. All right, guys.
What's the point?
I'm going to take these out in a minute. We'll dry them off. In the meantime, I'm going to enjoy this beer. My son's going to enjoy his new favorite soda. All right, we'll see it a little bit. Thanks again, guys. Cheers. What do you mean, who buys it? Someone obviously buys it.
This is the worst soda that I possibly could ever taste in my life.
Go see what Mom thinks of it.
Who in the flippin'?
We'll be
I mean,
back.
unless it's... I mean, this is what Satan would drink.
Oh,
when he tried to dump it down the toilet and take
Why
it
aren't
back
you saying
out.
that on camera? Now you're saying it off camera?
Yeah.
Go have Mom try it.
Because if I
Again,
say,
guys, thanks. We'll be back in a little bit. All right, here we are. I've taken the tri-tips out of the sous vide bag. I have put them on this rack. I've dried them off very well with a paper towel. And I have them on this rack just kind of drying. Now, since I'm going to sear this with that torch that has a much more intense heat than what I'm normally used to doing, I'm just going to let them sit out here for around 15-20 minutes. They just came out, so they're still very hot. I just don't want to risk overcooking it, even though I'm only going to probably hit it with around 20 seconds, maybe 25 seconds on each side with this torch, just to crisp it up. But you know, it's not going to hurt it. It's still going to be warm enough for consumption for sure. Meantime, I'm going to enjoy my beer, and I'll meet you guys outside. We'll see how that torch works. Be right back. Alright, here's the coffee and garlic Trader Joe's rub. Always slice against the grain. Let's see here. Oh, this looks good. Okay, the torch didn't completely overcook it. I'm happy. Oh, it looks good. I did this for 6 hours exactly. So, looks like it's a little bit more tender than normal. I've never done one 6 hours. I usually do them, like I said, you know, 3.5, maybe 4.5. But since I was doing 2 of them, and I thought, you know, let me try something different. Let's take a look here. For those people who might be back east, don't know what tri-tip is. Look at it. It's cooked perfectly well, too. You can see how much juice is still in there. Alright, let me slice some slices of this. I'm going to slice the Chicago steak seasoning next. We'll be right back. Alright, here's the Chicago steak seasoning. Let's see how this one looks. You know, to me, it looks like it's almost cooked more than 135, or maybe it's just due to me cooking it 6 hours. Because if you look at some of my other tri-tip videos where I've cooked it, you know, maybe 3.5, 4 hours, it's always more red. I mean, don't get me wrong, this looks good. It's certainly not overcooked by any stretch of the imagination, but it just looks like it's a little. I'm gonna have to check the temperature on my ANOVA there. Just, you guys want to take a look here. Look at that. Yeah. Still delicious. Still lots of juice. Alright, I'm going to slice more of this up. And then we'll do a side-by-side comparison. Be right back. Alright, here we are with the whole family. My wife Monica, my son Kyle. He's really having a hard time even trying a piece with coffee on it because he's convinced himself he doesn't like it. So give it a shot.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
This is still one of my favorites. I like it. It's got a
That's
little.
good.
It's nice and salty. A little bit of sweet, not too much.
Oh, it's so tender. Wow.
Yeah, I did cook it 6 hours.
That is delicious.
Now, what do you think? Can you tell the sear is different, or no?
Not really.
No. All right, Kyle, come on.
No.
Live on the wild
No.
side. Try the coffee.
Oh, it doesn't even like. It's got good flavor, but it's not overpowering. You would like that, Kyle.
I don't want
The
to.
coffee one's a little sweet.
It's good.
I don't know if I like that one better than
I
that.
like it. I like them both about the same.
I'd really like to get your opinion, Kyle.
I taste the garlic, but not a lot of coffee.
Well, there you have it, guys. Came out good. I like the flamethrower, or the propane torch, as we call it. It was a lot of fun. It sure makes it quick and easy, but you have to be careful, so it might burn the house down.
Sounds like a jet plane is going over our
I call
house.
it a flamethrower.
So you're afraid the house is going to burn down. But
That's a little much.
Probably is.
Sous Vide tri-tip's good. Doesn't this look like it's cooked a little bit more than normal? I gotta check the temperature.
No,
I did it at 130. It looks alright, the same?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just me.
I mean, it tastes tender, but
It tastes
maybe-
very tender.
Maybe you cooked it more. I don't know. It's
Well,
good.
it's at 135, but anyway, it's not overcooked by any means. As always, guys, I appreciate you stopping by, checking out my video. If you like it, hit the like button. Check out the link above to my website, ericsmokingbbq.com. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. And if you have any comments, leave them below. Till then, we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.